So unfortunately, we don't have a separate law with regards to child sexual abuse. So today we have to take recourse to the general criminal law. Section 375, which defines what rape is. And you must understand, rape is forced sexual intercourse committed by a man upon a woman. So the victim is a female. In the laws of rape or unnatural sexual offences, penetration is extremely important. And in very many cases of child sexual abuse, there may not be penetration. So then where does it go?
I was afraid. I told him no, but he said everyone does it. This is our little game, our secret. I didn't want to do it, Mom.
He did tell me that if at all I told about this to anybody, no one is going to believe it, first of all, and in the end, people are going to blame me, and he will get everyone who is involved, um, and everyone not involved, everyone who is close to me. Um, he'll get them killed, either my mother or somebody, mother, my father, or anybody for that matter.
I remember how dark it was inside. I was shouting for you, Mom. I was really scared.
You know, yes, I gave hints that time, but my brother got married in 2007, and they were writing these invitation cards and all that, and they told that, all right, let's give card to this person also, because he taught us, and we knew him and all that. So I told them, no, I don't want this person to come into my brother's marriage. And they said, they said, why? I said, I just don't want this person to come in my brother's marriage, and that's it. I said it that in a straightforward manner and in this way only. And they said, okay. They didn't invite, but they didn't, later on ask also or whatever.
I did manage to manage to try and muster the courage to speak to mom about it. I told mom that I couldn't tell her the whole act because I was too scared. I managed to tell her that, Mummy, I'm bleeding from my anus, and she just happened to say, oh, it happens. You must have eaten a lot of mangoes. So I was like, and I was silent, and she said, I told you not to eat so many mangoes. So I was like, that was the time when I had actually thought, oh God, why did God make mangoes? From school, when I went to college, suddenly I could see that my friend was drifting apart from me. He wasn't as close to me as he was before. And one fine day, when I just walked into the college like any other day, um, I just happened to meet a couple of friends, and I said hi, and one other friend tells this friend, अरे उससे बात मत करो, वो अपना चाचा के साथ सो के आया. So that came as a shocker to me, because no one did know about the instance that I was abused by my uncle, except my friend. What followed after that was one of the most horrible experiences of my life. I could well say that it was not even abuse that affected me as much as this. I have graffiti on the college toilets which have my name clearly written and my number written. So, and for me, living through that phase was very difficult. So that was a moment which drove me to an instance where to a point where I actually contemplated suicide, and I attempted suicide, and I failed.
I tried to tell you, I tried to say that this was no fairy tale. But Mama said, don't cry. And suddenly, it was a lie.
Till date, I don't get along with my father, my brother, any male member of my family. It was because they have never stood up for me. Okay, till date they have not stood up for me. I have not seen the anger, the frustration, that my son was raped, my son has been through something like this. Yes, I do understand that now things have changed and now they have made peace with the fact that this guy, that their child is speaking openly about this issue. Okay, they don't have a problem with that. Okay, and even if they have a problem, I don't care. But but I don't have that kind of respect for them. I don't respect them as people. It's because when I needed them the most, I don't, not so much my brother because he's younger to me, but my father, when I needed him the most, he wasn't there. And yes, it could be partly attributed to the fact that I was never close to him either. I was never close to him. We never shared a bond that we could sit across the dining table and speak about issues like this. But the fact that first time when he came to know about my abuse, and they came to, and he came and asked me whether I was, if I was silent for so many years, was I enjoying it with my uncle? That's something that has left a dent in my mind.
In the worst cases of abuse, if the adults around the children can be a good case of support for the child, half the healing is done there. Usually, in most cases, more than the abuse, it's the reactions of the parents and the family members which actually affect the child.
The hunter came. He pulled me out of the wolf's stomach. The darkness was no more.
One fine day when my uncle came and he pounced on me, he literally pounced on me. Usually I used to turn numb, but this time I had my brain which was functional, where I was thinking continuously, and while I was when he just came pouncing on me, all that I did was my eyes turned bloodshot. Okay, and when he just came close to me, I just lifted my leg and gave him one kick, and hysterically I just screamed, no, no. I mean, and you not believe it, my head was aching for the next 2 or 3 days because my eyebrows had gone on top, my nerves were like this, and that's all that it took. That's all that it took. One firm no and one kick that took me 11 years to give. Had I registered this protest, even some 5 or 6 years before, I wouldn't have been feeling bad about being abused by other people as well, besides my uncle.
The first time I told this thing was in paper as a suggestion of making a documentary on child sexual abuse. And there I wrote that I was sexually abused. And when this idea, when my professor, Ma'am Jaru, she said that yes, you can go ahead of doing this documentary. When this idea was discussed in the class, I realized that I can't make this documentary without telling it to my husband. So I told this thing to Amit. I came back home. I told him that we are making a documentary, and he said, okay, on what topic you are making? I said child sexual abuse. Then I said that we'll be having the people who were abused talking about it. So he said, who are they? So I told him that one of them is me. Then he was taken aback a little bit, and he was silent for some time, and then he asked me that what happened, and I told him. And I asked him that, how do you feel about it when I tell you this? Then he said that I feel like, if that person would have been in front of me, I would have slapped him.
I had this dog by the name of Jimmy. This was a dog who could emote, who could look at you and tell you that, okay, today you're feeling sad, we need to talk. He used to have this look on his face. And he precisely did that. Whenever I faced any kind of abuse or any kind of abuse, I used to come home, take him, look at him. He used to insist that I go with him to the room. We used to lock the room, put my head between his paws and start crying. And every time I did that, he licked my tears. Okay, 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 okay.